Did you know that most colleges and universities restrict the right to free speech on campus? Around the country, students and faculty can find themselves in hot water for saying the wrong thing or for speaking in the wrong place. The University of Denver bans disrespect. The University of New Mexico bans unduly inflammatory statements. At East Carolina University, your expressive activities, whatever their content, are limited to just one free speech zone on campus. How common is this phenomenon? That's what FIRE investigates each year as we survey speech codes at America's top colleges and universities. Speech codes are policies prohibiting speech that would be protected by the First Amendment outside the bounds of campus. We categorize schools as red light, yellow light, or green light based on how restrictive their speech codes are. As you might guess, red light schools have the most restrictive codes, while green light schools have policies that allow for maximum free speech on campus. This year, FIRE surveyed 440 institutions, and here is what we found. 49% of colleges and universities maintain red light speech codes. This sounds bad, and it is, but 8 years ago, that figure stood at 75%, and just last year, it was still at 55%. In fact, this is the first time in FIRE's history that the figure is below 50%. Schools that eliminate all of their speech codes earn FIRE's highest green light rating. This year, 22 schools received a green light rating from FIRE, up from 18 schools in last year's report. Unfortunately, beneath the surface of this seemingly good news, there's still trouble brewing. Universities are under intense pressure from the federal government to address sexual harassment on campus. In 2013, a letter from the Department of Education offered universities a shockingly broad definition of sexual harassment: any unwelcome conduct of a sexual nature. This includes verbal conduct, that is, speech. Since 2013, many universities have adopted more restrictive sexual harassment policies, frequently adopting the Department of Education's language verbatim. So while speech codes declined overall this year, FIRE did have to downgrade 10 universities from a yellow light to a red light for adopting overly restrictive definitions of sexual harassment. And while the percentage of red light schools dropped overall, the percentage of red light private schools increased for the first time in many years, owing primarily to new sexual harassment policies. Despite the dramatic reduction in speech codes over the past 8 years, FIRE continues to see an unacceptable number of students and faculty being punished for constitutionally protected expression. This is why it is essential that students, alumni, faculty, and free speech advocates across the country remain vigilant in monitoring speech codes and other forms of censorship on campus.